Hot beverage mastering the art of small talk. Real-life English conversations. Hey friends, welcome back to English Unleashed. Today we're diving into something not only fun but also incredibly useful. Small talk. What is small talk? It's those short, friendly, and often spontaneous conversations we have with strangers. It's the essential skill for starting a dialogue, for breaking the ice, and for making a connection with people we don't know. Remember, small talk isn't about diving into deep topics. It's about feeling comfortable and opening the door to a bigger conversation. In this episode, I'm taking you with me as I go through my day. I will talk to many strangers in various settings. A cafe, on a train, at a conference, in a park, at the gym, and more. I will use over 50 different small talk starters. Listen carefully, shadow my voice, and you'll have time to repeat after me. Notice how natural these phrases sound in a real context. Ready to connect? Let's begin. 1. Person walking the morning rush. At the cafe. It's 8 a.m. and I walk into my favorite coffee shop. There's a long queue, a long line, snaking toward the counter. I smile at the person next to me, a young man with a laptop bag. I start simple. Busy morning, isn't it? He laughs and says, yes, I'm already tired and it's only 8. I follow up, do you come here often? He replies, almost every day. They make the best cappuccino here. I agree, I love the smell of fresh coffee. He asks, what do you usually order? Flat white. What about you? He asks. And I say, la always. We finally reach the counter. While waiting for our drinks, I ask, are you heading to work? He says, yes, I work at the tech company down the street. Then, looking out the window, I comment, the weather's nice today, isn't it? He says, it is. Finally, some sunshine. 2. Train traveling time. On the train. Later, I take a train to another city. I sit next to an older woman reading a novel. I express curiosity. That book looks interesting. What is it about? She replies, it's a mystery. Keeps me guessing. I continue the topic. Do you like reading on trains? She says, oh, it makes the time go faster. I ask about her journey. Is this your usual route? She says, yes, I visit my daughter every Wednesday. We both look out the window. I reflect on the scenery. The countryside is beautiful, isn't it? She agrees, it really is. I love this view. Then she asks me, are you traveling for work or fun? I say, a bit of both. And you? She replies, just visiting family. 3. Office building making professional connections. At a conference. Next, I arrive at a small business conference. There are many people I don't know. I spot a man standing alone with a coffee. I approach him. Hi, I don't think we've met yet. He says, hello, I'm David. Great to meet you. I inquire about his reason for attending. What brings you here today? He replies, I'm here to learn about marketing trends. He asks, "Have you been to this event before?" I reply, "No, first time." "And you?" He says, "Same here." I bring up the previous session. "The speaker was really good, wasn't he?" He says, "Yes, very inspiring." He asks, "Are you based in this city?" I say, "Yes, I live just 10 minutes away." I move to another group talking about their careers. I ask a woman, "How did you get into this field?" She says, "Oh, it's a long story. I started as a teacher." I ask a follow-up, "What do you enjoy most about your job?" She replies, "I love working with people." 4. Deciduous tree relaxing outdoors, in the park. In the afternoon, I go for a walk in a park. I sit on a bench next to a man with a dog. I compliment his companion. "Your dog is so cute. What's his name?" He replies, "Thanks. His name is Max." I ask about Max. "Is he friendly with other dogs?" He replies, "Yes, very friendly." I ask about their routine. "Do you come here every day?" He says, "Almost. It's his favorite place." He makes an observation about the day. "It's a perfect day for a walk." I agree. Absolutely. Not too hot, not too cold. I shift to a personal question. "Have you lived in this area long?" He says, "About 5 years now." As I continue walking, I sit next to an older lady feeding birds. I observe the wildlife. "They seem hungry today." She laughs and says, "They always are." I ask, "Do you come here to relax?" She says, "Yes, I love watching the birds." 5. Flexed biceps pushing limits, at the gym. In the evening, I go to the gym. While stretching, I talk to the person next to me. I start with a simple check-in. "Do you come here often?" He says, 3 times a week. "You?" I say, "Yeah, twice a week." I comment on the difficulty. "This class is harder than I expected." He says, "Tell me about it. My legs are shaking." I ask about his experience. "How long have you been training?" He says, "About 6 months." I ask about his preference. "Do you have a favorite workout?" He says, "I like cardio." "What about you?" I say, "I prefer weights." I share a concluding thought. "It feels great after a good workout, doesn't it?" He says, "Yes, even if we're tired." 6. Fork and knife with plate, sharing a meal, at a restaurant. Finally, I go to a small restaurant with shared tables. I sit next to a couple I don't know. I comment on the atmosphere. "The food smells amazing, doesn't it?" She says, "Oh yes, I'm starving." I ask, "Have you tried this place before?" They say, "No, it's our first time." They ask for advice. "Any recommendations on the menu?" I offer one. "The pasta is delicious." I check where they are from. "Are you from around here?" They reply, "Yeah, we live nearby." I share a positive feeling. "It's nice to meet new people like this." They say, "It really is. I like the shared tables." 7. Umbrella with raindrops, a quick shelter, at a cafe. Later, I stop at a small cafe because it's raining heavily. A woman next to me looks at the weather outside. She says, "Crazy weather, isn't it?" I say, "Yeah, it was sunny an hour ago." I use the weather to my advantage. Perfect weather for a hot drink. She says, "Exactly. Nothing better." I ask, "Are you waiting for someone?" She says, "No, just hiding from the rain." She asks, "Do you live in this neighborhood?" I say, "Yeah, just a few streets away." I comment on the surroundings. "I like the cozy vibe here." She says, "Me, it's very relaxing." 8. Airplane before takeoff, at the airport. Next week, I travel for work. While waiting for my flight at the airport, I sit next to a man reading a magazine. I ask about his trip. "Are you traveling for business or holiday?" He says, "Business." "You?" I say, "Business too." I ask about his loyalty. "Is this your first time flying with this airline?" He says, "Yeah, I usually fly another one." He asks, "Do you like flying?" I say, "Not really, but it's fast." I ask, "Where are you heading?" He says, "To Berlin." "And you?" I say, "Rome." I share a travel annoyance. "Long layovers are the worst, aren't they?" He says, "Totally agree." Conclusion, your next step. Hey my friend, that's it. More than 50 small talk starters, all used naturally in real situations. We talked in a cafe, on a train, at a conference, in a park, at the gym, at a restaurant, and at the airport. Remember, small talk is not about what you say. It's about starting a connection. It's about being curious, friendly, and open. Most people are happy to talk. They just need a little push. So, next time you meet someone new, try one of these starters. Say it with a smile. Listen to their answer, ask a follow-up question, and let the conversation grow naturally. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Keep practicing with me. Keep shadowing my voice, and soon, small talk will feel easy and natural. I'm Tom, and this is English Unleashed. Until next time, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. If you found these natural conversation examples helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Hypnotic English for more powerful fluency lessons.